Hello there, Site 42 staff, as well as those of you from the greater SCP Foundation community, and welcome to another Fan Art Friday of subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site 42. As always, I am Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director and Head Containment Specialist here at SCP Foundation's veritable Site 42. And as I have done for the past 8 months and counting, the daily streak remains strong. I am here to answer your queries about this dark and mysterious place of employment we call the SCP Foundation. So whether you have questions about the anomalies we contain, the staff that contain them, the groups of interest that try to stop us from containing them, or, of course, hypothetical containment procedures about anomalies that fall outside of the SCP Foundation's purview, I'm here to answer all of your questions about the Foundation to my best ability for the next 45 minutes. But before I begin the Q&A, a little bit of housekeeping. First and foremost, Dr. Val, congratulations on being our #1 most punctual chatter for today's stream. You are a credit to the Containment Hazard Assessment team. Furthermore, Bombus ADHD, Junior Researcher Sally, Dr. Golden, Haunted Researcher, Bell the Nine-Tailed Fox, Rosehill, Silent Follower, Legendary Doge, Aoki, Cool Man Fight, Intern Kurikin, Aoki. I said Aoki. I'll say Aoki again. Aoki, you can't stop me. Aoki! Amber, Zombie Cat, Brave Haven, Scarlet Fox, SCP-000, Philip November, everyone whom I have just named, thank you for being here punctually to today's stream, and thank you for being members of Site 42. We appreciate your membership and your service, helping us build our ranks so we can win the battle against the White Names. Furthermore, Diamond's Ninja, Mossy Forest Floor, Chaos Insurgent, I'm watching you, Reynard, and Mode Javed. Welcome to today's stream. Thank you for being punctual, and thank you for being here, just for being you today. Now, I will handle donations as well as the standard Q&A after I successfully get through the Fan Art Friday section, which I'm going to start now. So, moving into Fan Art Friday, let's start at the beginning, a very good place to start, with, first of all, a new entry in the Fan Art Friday community. We have Pink Suri, otherwise known as Ophelia Unavailable. I have seen your name before. And of course, you did choose to portray one of my mortal enemies, but I will say, that is a damn fine drawing of one of my mortal enemies. So how can I even be mad when the art is this crisp? Like, ye gods. I gotta call out to all the G'Zi to protect me from this sick-as-hell looking motherfucker. Sheesh! Pink Suri / Ophelia Unavailable. You have 2 names. Let me know which of them you prefer overall for Fan Art Friday. But, damn, fine work. Next up in our Fan Art Friday rundown, we have Rar Caution. Rar Caution brought to us a smorgasbord of simple sketches. Not sketches, drawings, but a smorgasbord from Rar Caution today. Let's enjoy a little buffet. You, in box, now. I like it. I like the contrast of the simple drawing with the photorealistic hand. This is silly and I enjoy it. And yes, my good little 999 will learn self-defense. Whoever's going to try and put 999 in the blender is going to get the Glock. This is just affection for you, the Site 42 staff. Here's the love. The love is for everyone. And the creature. The creature shows up a lot in this community. But he has a nice little party hat, so that's delightful. Raw caution! Very nice job today on the arts. Simple, but effective. Love to see it. Next up, hold on a moment. Moss has brought for us a video. Moss has brought for us a video for today. And so I need to get access to said video. And sizable. So I am told this is a video of a ponified Dr. Sherman, which I've seen your ponified Dr. Sherman before, so let's see what you've done with this one. Oh, once again, I need to mute the audio of my wonderful music by Billith, the Slowgramming project, in order to properly portray this video. What's going on here?
You see another person that looks identical to you. Run away and hide.
Oh no. Oh no, we're about to get alternated. Ah, the analog horror jump scare, it's so scary. Now, I will say this, Moss. I will say this, because Site 42 is part of the SCP Foundation, and we are a community of critiquing. You will notice no markers denoting that that was Dr. Sherman from any other pony. So, you gotta add those details. You gotta be specific. Specify. That's all I'm gonna say. It looked pretty good. Your timing and your drawing fidelity were very nice. Just don't skimp on the details. That could be any pony. That's not Dr. Sherman pony. That's fine. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not a brony. You're a brony. What? Shut up. Back to the art. Next up on our listing is Hazard. Hazard has brought to us a couple things here. First and foremost, Hazard has brought us, what is this? More merch designs. Oh! Why? Why would you make that merchandise? Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that for the holidays. That's disgusting. No. That thing does not go on the merchandise. And now we have an entire comic about our broken machinery from Germany and France, it seems. No, the Hazard is from Germany and France. It's contained, and it really wants to weld something. But we are going to disappoint it by saying it is not allowed to weld. Maybe you should chill out on the welding, bro. You are always trying to be welding. Have you considered not welding for once in a while? Sheesh! It's obsession. It's not healthy for you. You must moderate your welding. But there was a very fine, very colorful comic, yes. It's NL Donut. Netherlands, okay. Sorry, I don't know Europe. I am a horrible American. Or actually, I'm the ideal American, and then I'm horrible about outside knowledge about things. That just makes me a stereotype. Yes, my apologies. Next up on our list, intern Kudakin returns to us with more fashion based on SCP Foundation doctors. And this is the Dr. Benjamin Kondraki fit. That is some frickin'... The bell bottoms, the butterfly details are great. Like, the butterfly details are fabulous. Does he have a sword? Did you give Kondraki a sword? You don't need to give Kondraki a sword. That redneck son of a bitch. That is very nice. Now, meanwhile, intern Kudakin, I am not your family therapist, I am not your psychiatrist, but what I can tell you is that in your story you have told me along with this email, your father does not know what he is talking about, because there are plenty of places for fashion designers as well as costumers in the world. So, no, that is a still very current and useful job. And last but not least of today's stream, we have Dr. Val, who has brought us 3 pieces today. 3 pieces. First, okay, we will see how this goes. So the backstory to this one is that we spoke about SCP-096, the Shy Guy, being able to be turned into stone by Medusa. And if so, what better way to utilize such a tall, stationary object than to turn it into the site Christmas tree? That's pretty impressive. The colors are great. This is very cool. Secondarily, you said the meme Butcher Vanity, but I don't know what Butcher Vanity is. But this is fabulous. I don't know what it is, but I like it. And finally, the thumbnail for today's stream. You said this is Dr. Sherman seeing the Gate Guardian for the first and last time. I don't know what I did to get executed by the Foundation, but the frickin' Gate Guardian in the eyes reflected is great. But also, this is today's thumbnail because this is also how I feel on Fanart Fridays when I look at the Fanart email. So, yeah. That is also you guys. It's just so beautiful. So yes, overall, congratulations, our Fan Art Friday team. You have once again made delicious and beautiful art for the world, which is what we are here to do at the SCP Foundation, besides containing the anomalies. So, good work! I am now returning to the chat, where I will first clean up the donations so that we are ready to move to the standard Q&A. Philip November, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some cheesy poofs on your way past the commissary. SCP Mariah Carey need to go back into containment after the ritual. We need to fulfill the ritual, then Mariah Carey goes back into containment, but not before. We prevent the happening. Rave Haven, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself some Tootsie Rolls on your way past the commissary. Leaving for work soon, use this money wisely. Well, thank you for your generosity, and I hope you have a good work day. Next, Cool Man Fight. Thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Grab yourself a crepe on your way past the commissary. Dr. Sherman, the dwarves have sent us some rose gold figurine of 4521-J, flipping us the bird. It says you can never make me scream without your wife. Do we have an SCP-4521-J? I did not know that we had an SCP-4521-J. No, we do not have a -J. While I was looking up SCP-4521-J to see if it exists, and it doesn't, I accidentally, or along the way, found a Reddit comment from last year asking why SCP-4521 has to scream. And I can't help the odds that that's in part because I popularized it as a meme, and now everyone is confused about it, which makes me proud. So, that just makes me giggle. I don't know if it was me, but the odds are it could have been me. Confusing the people since 2015. Benny Schroeder, thank you for gifting 5 Site-42 memberships to today's Containment Hazard Assessment team. We appreciate you bolstering the ranks of green names to help us win the battle against the white names. So we thank you for your generosity. If you got one of those memberships, make sure to thank Benny for that generosity of your promotion. Monkey, thank you for donating again. No, getting me confused. First of all, Benny, grab a blintz on your way past the commissary. Monkey, grab yourself a ice cream cone on your way past the commissary. Thank you for your 2 months of being a level 1 researcher here at Site-42. We appreciate your membership and your service. Finally caught stream. Also, Art! Yes! It's been a while since we saw you, but congratulations on seeing the beauty! Intern Kudakin, thank you for your 3 months as a level 1 researcher here at Site-42. We appreciate your membership and your service, as well as your art. 3 months. Can I get a coffee from the commissary? I ran out. Yes. Go get yourself a coffee. That sounds acceptable. And Skullworth Kurt, thank you for your first donation to today's stream, as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a tort on your way past the commissary. Hi, I'm new here. If I want to share a fan-made SCP, where can I share it? Also, how do you have Wi-Fi in Site-42? Well, of course we have Wi-Fi. We need to access the internet to get on the SkipNet database and communicate with all the other Foundation sites, to monitor the internet for anomalies. Of course we have internet access, come on. And secondarily, share a fan-made SCP. I might recognize that you might be sharing fan-made SCPs in SCP Discord servers, such as the SCP official Discord server, which is linked on the wiki, or the SCP Declassified server, which is a server where a bunch of SCP authors and enjoyers hang out. There's also, of course, the Site-42 Discord. Now, a note, I know at least for the official Discord and our Discord, Site-42, you have to be at least 18 years old to join. That's the same rules as joining the SCP Wiki. It's because there's so much adult content on there. So if you're going to go looking for the links, make sure that you are of age to do so. Is Site-42 actually real? Well, I sure as hell ain't AI. Damn right. Intern Kudakin, thank you for your first donation as well as your membership. Get a big coffee. Kondraki got an epee, a fencing sword. I know what an epee is. I practice a little bit of fencing in my day, just a tiny bit. Stage fencing, not real. Don't get in a fight with me, I will lose. And the cape white, because the lab coats are white, he's slowly becoming a matador against the lizard boy. Ooh, your backstory makes it better. I like that. Duke Till Dawn is one of my favorite examples of when cheesy early SCP was still funny regardless. I like a little comedy. I like a little Looney Tunes. People look down on that era, but come on, let's have fun. Don't be so serious. Have fun. Come on. Cool Man Fight, thank you for donating again. Oh no, the dwarves have released a spider with armor. Tungsten rods from the sky will crush the spiders with armor. I fully approve this, because screw them spiders. Duke Till Dawn was awesome. Intern Pitt, we have a reading of Duke Till Dawn on this channel. Now, it is very old, and it is me voicing literally everyone, I believe. So, quality is where it is. On the Find Us Alive YouTube channel, I believe, run by friend of the channel, Radiger, Radiger involved me and a bunch of voice actors in a more high-quality reading of Duke Till Dawn, which exists online. So either you can listen to the Site 42 original or the upgraded version from Radiger. But there are two excellent readings of Duke Till Dawn here if you want to listen to them. Are the brothers' deaths stronger than the Scarlet King? Well, the oldest brother is for sure. I don't know about the younger ones. Also, why does this keep coming up recently? Who said that? Kari, intern Kari. Will you explain to me why you asked this question? It's just been coming up a lot lately. And so I'm curious as to if there's some meme or video going around talking about it, that it keeps being brought up in chat. I'm curious. Des, keep an eye out for Kari with a Q, 1686, in case they answer my question. It would be nice. Philip November, thank you for donating again. I like to think Roswell was an SCP cover-up along with Area 51. Well, here's the deal. If Roswell was an SCP cover-up, you wouldn't know about Roswell. The frickin' FBI, the UIU, however, leaks everywhere. UI useless. Star the Comet, thank you for gifting a membership to today's Containment Hazard Assessment team. If you got that membership, Damn Donut Gaming, make sure to thank Intern Kudakin, Star the Comet, for their generosity. Kari, you just said because I was thinking that a lot. Okay, so it's not a meme, it's something that you had on mind. Okay. And you didn't hear it from anywhere? That's curious. Skullworth Kurt, thank you for donating again to say, by the way, I work in a company making app for editing label for transport company, and I find in the lists of our clients SCP. Should I be scared? No. SCP distributors is a very common mistaken for us. It's not a problem. No, they're everywhere. Very prominent. Great cover for us. Wink, wink. Researcher Last, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Make sure to grab yourself a hot chocolate on your way past the commissary. Hi, Dr. Sherman. I've been testing the missing mini fridges and have found that only one can be opened, and they share the same pocket dimension. Well, it's kind of useless if only one can be opened. What's the deal with that? We can't open the rest? Oh, interesting. Rose Hill. You're saying that SCP Explained made a video about it. Is this a recent video of theirs? Is that why this O-Death thing has been coming up so much? Or sorry, the brother's death? Oh, this is not the right channel. Oh, there is SCP Explained Story and Animation talking about the vampire boat. That's why that kept coming up again recently. I see. Da 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 da. Why can't I get the actual YouTube channel? Oh, okay, that is the actual YouTube channel. Oh, that explains why the vampire boat keeps coming up in conversation, at least. $369 Destroyer, thank you for your first donation to today's stream as well as being a member. Grab yourself some biscuits and gravy on your way past the commissary. Yesterday we established that depending on how you want to define it, we have either 5 GZI or 55 GZI. Either way, the fifthest can't find out. Well, I'm not too worried. They're going to have to make another, what, 55,500 GZI before this becomes a merging event? I don't think they've got it in them, honestly. Da-da-da-da. Dr. Sherman, what do you think about SCP Explained? Well, Site 60, I think SCP Explained is, of the SCP animated series, which I all find to be a little low effort, and I'd prefer a little more work to go into the videos. Explained is definitely better than, say, Void or Rubber, who I am glad to see defunct. Also, their voice actor Hunter is a righteous dude. Dr. Sherman, there's a Chaos Insurgent on stream. Well, yes, intern British. They are a double agent inquiring into the Chaos Insurgency on our behalf, so we expected that. Don't worry. Aren't they a content farm? Now, intern Kudikin, content farm is a nebulous classification. It is a classification that carries with it opinion. A company that makes content, I mean, you could call Marvel a content farm if you were squinting because of how much stuff they make, but they make things with a lot of effort, and that leads away from content farm. They also don't seem to do so much bad things that make us want to call them a content farm, like tracing other people's work. There's a lot of ifs, ands, and buts about what's a company making content versus a content farm. It's usually call it content farm is kind of like using a slur. So with that in mind, what I would say is that they teeter on the line of what I would call a content farm or not, but because they are better than others, I give them more grace. Intern Big Papa, thank you for your incredibly generous first donation of today's stream. Happy holidays to you, and what I want you to do, I want you to go to my office and hidden in a compartment in the bottom left corner of my bookcase, there is a secret mini fridge. And that secret mini fridge contains a nice chill bottle of SCP-3303, codename Champagne Supernova. I want you and a group of friends of your choosing to enjoy that bottle of time-traveling champagne to your heart's content in return for your generosity. Thank you so much for that. Happy holidays to you as well. Na, 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 na. Researcher Last, thank you for donating again. One can be opened at a time. One can be opened at a time. Okay, interesting. That could be, well, that's even works better as a mailing system rather than portals specifically. It's like instantaneous mailing into the mini fridge. It's like a very sophisticated pneumatic tube setup. All right, I like what we're seeing here. Dr. Sherman, have you heard or seen the SCP YouTuber named Dr. Bob? And if so, what do you think about him? Intern Diamonds, I am neutral on Dr. Bob. I don't watch animated content on YouTube. I keep up with a lot of other things. But I put them closer to SCP Explained in the slop bucket, so to speak. I think they are less slop than some others. Although there was this really weird situation where there was a video that SCP Explained made, but it was on a Dr. Bob channel in a different language. And so I don't know if that Dr. Bob in another language was official Dr. Bob, or if someone is ripping off Dr. Bob and translating them, and then they also decided to rip off SCP Explained again. But someone's ripping someone off there. Otherwise, the Dr. Bob and SCP Explained channels are the same. I'm a little confused about it. I'm not sure what's going on. I haven't looked into it. Intern Big Papa, thank you for donating again. You're quite welcome, and thank you for sharing. Much appreciated. Head hurts for real, Doctor. I know, right? When I discovered it, I was like, how do I figure this out? How do I figure out if Dr. Bob is SCP Explained? Or if Dr. Bob is being ripped off by this foreign language channel who's also ripping off SCP Explained? And by then I had a whole cork board. It was a lot. I was very tired. Hey, Dr. Sherman, are the FNAF animatronics SCPs, or are they just robots? If so, does that mean the rest of the animatronics are SCPs? So, Intern Taranga, the situation you're looking at here is once they are infected by ghosts, definitely anomalous. No question about that. Ghosts infecting animatronics, anomalous AF mate. But depending on the level of technology involved, the animatronics by themselves could be non-anomalous. Although if you look into the SCP universe, you get groups like Prometheus Labs and Anderson Robotics, who make robots that are of anomalous tech because they are just so more advanced than what we currently have in our society. So they're anomalous by that metric. And in that case, the FNAF animatronics do seem more advanced than what we have capability for in real life, which make them still somewhat anomalous. That one's riding the line. We'd have to check. What's your favorite SCP? Intern Jude. I always say my favorite SCP at the end of stream. It's part of the outro. It's a tradition around these parts. And the outro is in about 10 minutes. So if you're patient, you'll hear right then. Otherwise, you could donate and make me say it early, or you could cheat by going to yesterday's stream because I said it at the outro there too. So you decide. Philip November, thank you for donating again and saying, have you listened to the song Keter Qualities from the Stupendium? I have. And the song is pretty good. The only thing I hate about it is it means that I don't get to work with the Stupendium because they've already done SCP. Grr. I need to write an even better SCP song so I can work with them. Because Stoops is awesome. And now I need to figure out how to get them to do a second SCP song. I've been trying to make Clef fan art, but I don't know if he's skinny or not because everyone makes it different. Well, Rose Hill, first of all, there is no canon. You can make your Clef whatever size you want to. Author Clef, the creator of the character, started with the inspiration of Clef being this Rick Sanchez-like character. When I was asked to read an article by author Clef as Clef voice, I was told to do a Rick Sanchez impression, which I wasn't very good at, but, you know, I had a kind of thing like this instead, and that's what I could do well. And it's a little Gilbert Gottfried, a little bit this and that was my Clef. But Descavalto Clef here, the prolific Dr. Clef cosplayer, has a little bit more of a curvier appearance and has overtaken the character so much that a lot of Clefs nowadays, in the American sphere at least, are a little heftier, are a little beardier, and have a little bit of that southern drawl. And so, Rose Hill, Rick Sanchez is from Rick and Morty. But I know that the foreign language branches still draw a twinkier Clef, but me, myself, I favor the desk edition, you know, keep it in the family. I saw one thing I wanted to answer, and I'm trying to find it. There we go. Boom, found it in the chat. Skullwolf Kurt. You're asking about the link to the Discord server. And what I'm going to tell you is, it is a secret. You have to find the Site42 Discord link, because like the SCP Wiki, we want to make the process of joining a little more difficult. That way we don't get spammed so much. So you really got to want it. But there is a hint to where it is in the outro, which is in 7 minutes. So if you hang out for 7 minutes, you will hear a hint as to the location. I still want a membership. Well, Scarlet Queen, of course, you could always just green name yourself if you want. But if you're hoping for a gifted membership, you should know that YouTube gifts memberships randomly with a bias toward people who interact with the channel. And so when you interact by liking and commenting and chatting in chats and sharing our videos, YouTube notices that and it keeps a score in the algorithm. And so the people who interact most are heavily favored in the randomness to get gifted memberships. So if you're hoping for a gifted membership, you just want to make sure to interact, which, you know, doesn't bother me. It helps the channel, so I'm a fan. Speaking of interaction, congratulations to you, Site42's Containment Hazard Assessment team. You have got the likes and the viewers one more than each other. 110 likes to 109 viewers. And thanks to you guys' dedication to hitting that like button, the YouTube algorithm is bringing us to more people's feeds. The algorithm is bringing us new prospective SCP fans. We are saving them from the AI slop and the bad content out there. We are bringing them to a beautiful world of art and writing and science fiction and horror and wonderful, wonderful. It's good to have you all here. Welcome to the SCP Foundation's Site42, where you will find discussions of the SCP community and hopefully get you as a fan of the SCP community as well. Philip November, thank you for donating again to say, I still feel called out from the other night. I apologize. I don't remember the conversation from the other night. I don't know if this is a good thing or a bad thing or a silly thing. It's the curse of interacting with so many people so many days. I can't quite see in your channel activity anything standing out, but let me know as you can. Okay, guys, before the end of stream, I'm very excited about something. And it's not done yet. It's soon to be done. We're almost there. But I don't know. I kind of want to show you. But it's not ready. So if I show you a preview now, you're going to have to like be hyped for it when the time comes. This is like the smack roll at the start, but you're going to have to be hype. You're going to have to be actually hype when it actually happens too. Because it is part of a sort of Fan Art Friday themed thing as well. So you promise to be hype? Talk to Dr. Chair a second. I'll be right back. So, I haven't done this in a while, but I like doing it. Very often I will get an idea for SCP Foundation merch that should exist in the world. And then I will find an SCP artist who can make said thing, and they can then help me out with the creation of the process. And so, I had an idea for a piece of merch, and I'm like, this is a brilliant idea. Someone's got to do this. It better be me. And I commissioned the veritable Jade PNG, who, if you're not familiar with Jade PNG's art, Jade is a fantabulous SCP artist. And Jade has worked with me before on stuff. She is currently one of the artists on SCP Fragmented Minds. And don't get me wrong, I know a lot of you are already volunteering, and maybe in the future it'll be you. Maybe in the future it'll be your style that'll be what I need. But the idea in my head was, what if we did the famous Reservoir Dogs t-shirt design, all of the guys walking, but we made it the SCP Doctors. And so today, I introduce to you the sample that is not perfectly complete yet of the Reservoir Doctors t-shirt. I'm getting the art part of it just right. And so, this is the Reservoir Doctors. Dr. Clef, as you can see, a little curvy, got the ukulele. Kane Pathos Crow. Dr. Sherman, pen spinning in hand. Dr. Sumerian. Dr. Kondraki. And because I needed one more doctor, Dr. William Wallace Weddle, SCP-7000, who has the worst luck in the world and is about to trip on a banana peel. So this is the Reservoir Doctors shirt that is coming soon. Now, the only problem with this shirt that we're still working out the kink of on the design is that the design is too low. And so this shirt, their heads are at about nipple height, which is too low. So I told them they need to move the samples art up higher so it's in the proper shirt-wearing position. But then this is going to be tight as hell. And the fabric we found the right fabric. It's nice and soft and a little stretchy. And so we are ready. I sent my merch guy the notes and we're going to fix it. And this is going to be so cool. Reservoir Doctors. I have been keeping this secret and working on it for months. And now I released it a little too early. But it's cool. It's coming up. And so be ready. I will let you know when the upgrade is. Keep the gray too. You're right, Amber. I did gray on purpose. I was like, black doesn't work, white doesn't work. Do you have a good gray? And the merch guy's like, I don't know, the gray looks a little bluish. But no, the gray looks good. The gray looks good. I want the gray. I like it how it contrasts the colors just a little. Once this is released, I will put the art online so you can see it because it is extremely detailed. This is very high definition, getting into like the swirls of his beard and stuff. Jade did a fantastic job. The only reason I don't put the art up myself now is because in a Creative Commons community, anyone would be able to use this design. And I did commission this design, which was rather expensive because it's literally 6 different full body characters. So I would like to get first dibs on selling the merch because anyone could use it if they wanted to. So I'd like first dibs. So I'm saving the art until I deploy. I hope you all understand. But also, this is why in the future, when things like this happen, we got to make sure to support the people who make the thing because other people will try and steal it. That's just a part of the Creative Commons. But if you are good fans to the real creators, then we can still make money even with Creative Commons stuff. But we just have to like work together on that. You know what I mean? We got to support the real creators. Woo! Man, that was exciting though. It's really cool. I got that in the mail this morning and I was just like, it's so nice. RAR caution. SCP pins, go to Toad King Studios on Etsy. Eric has so many good pins. Toad King Studios is the kingpin of pins of the SCP community. Toad King Studios on Etsy. Trust me on this. I can imagine something with a lunch atop a skyscraper, but the doctors. Skullworth Kurt, that is a great idea that you just had for a future merch design. Now, maybe someone will do that. I just did this one, so it's going to take me some times to make another one. But hey, if you want to design it and go on it, I mean, you could make your own merch store. You are online. Or we could collaborate on it. I don't know. But yeah, that's not a bad idea. You're thinking in good ideas. Philip November, thank you for donating again. It's a silly thing. I was asking about the Discord link, and you have the implied things at the end of stream. Well, when people ask, we heavily imply, because we want people to get the hint. Trust me, that's not just you. We do that a lot. Philip November, thank you for donating again. Dr. Chair, how does it feel to carry such a renowned and lofty man? Seems all right with it. 369 Destroyer, thank you for donating again. Imagine Stupendium doing an unlikely cipher for SCP. I need to listen to that one. I'm not familiar with that track. And Azure Rain, thank you for your first donation to today's stream. Get yourself some cider on your way past the commissary. I bought a bad apple monster at a small gas station. When I opened it and it was an apple, I went back the next day and the gas station was gone. Uh-oh. That's not a good sound. Okay, Site 42 staff, we are at the outro. So before I begin, just remember, the Reservoir Doctor shirt coming soon. I will let you know when we launch it, because obviously I stream every day. It's a good way to get you guys the news quickly. And so this has been really good for the channel and for our little community here. Site 42 staff, this is the end of stream, and at the end of stream, as always, I tell you guys my favorite SCPs. But of course, I am not going to tell you that my favorite SCPs are the ones I personally wrote. That would be cheating. But if you want to read the SCPs I personally wrote, you can go to the Sherm's Site42 author page and hub on the SCP Wiki. On the SCP author page for myself, you can see the SCPs I personally wrote, as well as contributed voice lines to or sound effects. And one tab over from those SCPs on my author page, there's some links. Some links a lot of people are curious to find, and usually get hints to sometime in the outro. I can't imagine when that might be. But when you find those links, you'll be able to become a Site42 Patreon patron and YouTube channel member to donate to us monthly, or do Ko-Fi donations or YouTube Super Chats to donate to us one at a time. Either way, we greatly appreciate your direct donations. They are the quickest way to help Site42 keep the lights on, so we appreciate you. If you are part of the Broke Gang, and trust me, Broke Gang is part of the Site42 community very strongly. We are an arts community, and starving artists are a thing. But if you are a starving artist, you can still help out Site42 on the engagement side. We have the money people, we have the engagement people. Fandoms need both. And so if you are liking, sharing, subscribing, and commenting on our videos and streams, if you are doing the same to the people in the SCP community we shout out, the animators, the filmmakers, the game devs, the merch makers, as well as the SCP community itself, the authors and the artists, then you are a fantastic and valued member of Mobile Task Force Sci-42, codename Signal Boosters, and we greatly appreciate your service. Now, without further ado, my favorite SCPs in no particular order are SCP-3999, SCP-3043, SCP-008-J, SCP-Spooky-J, SCP-5031, SCP-5175, SCP-5320, and SCP-8980. Content warning on that last one, it's a bit of a rough read. Speed round. 3999-3043-008-J, Spooky-J, 5031-5175-5320-8980. Content warning on the last one, it's a rough read. Site-42 staff. This has been Dr. Theron Sherman, Site Director of Site-42 of the SCP Foundation. And this has been another Fan Art Friday, a subsidiary of the anomalous broadcast from Site-42. I hope you had fun. I hope you learned something. Be safe, be well, and as always, secure, contain, protect. We'll see you in the next video or stream. Intern Holt, happy birthday to you, it seems to be. SCP-049, good luck with reading that article. As I said, pay attention to the content warnings. A full indentured servitude can reflect on one's attitude, but that silly red hat just makes the fat man look outrageous. Absurd though it may seem, you know, I've heard there's even been illegal doping, and though we're coping, I just hope it's not contagious. You try to start a movement and you think you see improvement, but when thrown into the moment, we just don't seem so courageous. I make toys, but I've got aspirations. Make some noise, use your imagination. Girls and boys, before you wish for what you wish for, there's a list for who's been naughty or nice, but consider the price to an elf. The credit song is Elf's Lament by the Bare Naked Ladies. Be safe, be well, Site-42 staff. Secure, contain, protect.